cleaner. This means nearly 2,000 of you have used this and said, it didn't just work, it worked better than I expected, and I have to let everyone else know. We've had these out of stock, they are back, and lucky us, we have them back in auto ship. That's a huge deal. The auto ship usually sells out because of exactly what you're going to see today. We have free shipping, and you're getting them home for about $6 a piece on your FlexPay because it's 12 and change for both. Remember, that is free shipping and you're getting two. But what we're really getting is not just the ability to unclog a drain in moments, we're getting the peace of mind that when we do it, we're not demolishing our drains and our pipes by causing these crazy chemical reactions that overheat them and crack them. In fact, Helen Keeney had a plumber come over. She was having drain issues, and they said, you have to find something that uses the enzymes. Don't use anything at the store. Don't go get those things. You're just gonna end up spending thousands, tens of thousands. Well, guess what? We got it right here at home base at HSN, exactly what that plumber was recommending, because this is the power of saponification. We have PA3 with us, Professor Amos III. Ever since that, I'm like, it's PA3. I can't do anything different than that. I'm so happy to have you here.
Good to be with you.
And when it's free shipping, and we have auto ship, people move quickly.
It's like once in a blue moon. Yeah,
yes.
Definitely hop on it. If you've ever been faced with a clog that just won't budge, we got to get right into it. Come on over here. SuperFast drain cleaner is industry leading when it comes to opening your drains at home, but this isn't a drain opener, Natasha, it's a drain cleaner. What that means is SuperFast is going to open your drain line for sure, but more importantly, it's going to clean that drain line squeaky clean where there's nothing oily or sticky left behind to attract a new clog. Now here's the science. This has an accelerated formula, so it starts to work on contact. You don't wait 30 minutes like the consumer products from the store. You give this one 10 seconds to go to work. Now here's what it's doing. Here's the science. SuperFast is going to turn your hair into foam. It turns your food into foam. It breaks down all that dirt, all that grease, all that buildup in the drain line. It turns it into a foam. We call this saponification.
Yes.
That's the dynamic way that it works, by turning everything in the drain into foam. Now the foam breaks down into liquid, as you see right here. Then you're going to run hot water for up to 5 minutes, and that drain line comes back squeeze.
It really does disintegrate it, and I'm used to saying, okay, we poured in a half of a bottle, honey, you got to go get another one.
Oh my goodness.
Because it didn't work, right? It didn't work. The next day it's still clogged, there's still a smell, heaven forbid there's bugs. I moved to Florida, I started seeing things crawl out of drains. I don't want to talk about it, it's a little traumatic, but this is what happens because we're pouring in a half bottle of something that is not only damaging our pipes, but it just goes right by it.
Precisely. That's what they tell you to do. They want you to use half the bottle. Products like these are highly corrosive. When you get a clog at home, usually you're in a panic state of mind. You'll do just about anything to get that drain line open. But when you're using products like these to get the drain line open, products like these may contain acid or ammonia and animal fats, highly corrosive materials that actually end up heating up your drain line. But here's what's happening. Take a look right here. You ready for this?
I'm ready.
90% of the chemicals, they trickle, it'll ooze, it'll all creep, and it gets past the clog and it ends up down here. You see this curve unit, it's designed to hold fluids to keep odors from coming back up and permeating through your house, but the chemicals end up sitting there building heats of up to 180 degrees Fahrenheit. That's way too hot for your drain lines. I want you to picture this. It is still cold out in some parts of the country, so that means your drain lines are cold too. When your drain lines go from extremely cold to hot fast from these chemicals, they'll crack. It could cost you hundreds, it could cost you thousands of dollars. You got to be very mindful before you use a product like this because you can do a lot of damage. Now, I want to give out a minute and see if anything happens.
Okay.
Let's come back to that.
Let's do it. Is there any pipes I can't use this on? Like if I have like a septic system or something?
This is safe for any kind of drain lines that you have at home. So yes, if you have a septic tank, use it there. Older homes, newer homes, apartments, condos, PVC drain lines, galvanized steel, the old terracotta clay pipes that run from under your house out to the sidewalk. Come on up here to the top. Come up to the top. Look what's right there. Okay, that's the saponification. What this is representing right here, okay? It's been 10 seconds or less, by the way. I didn't use the whole bottle. I used 4 to 6 ounces. So when you get this home, remember, don't use the whole bottle, 4 to 6 ounces. But last week's food, last month's food, even last year's food that's hardened. Look at that go to work on that grease and that grime and that hair and those little bug matters that's in there. It turns it into foam by saponifying it. This is the innovative drain cleaning technology that we all know and love by my dad. Professor Amos, been getting the job done right here at HSN for 20 years.
And this one hasn't even moved.
Yeah, it hasn't
And
budged.
this is really straight from the, you go to the grocery store, you go to the hardware store, it says it's drain cleaner, it's in some kind of crazy colored bottle, you think it's gonna work, it's the yellow bottle, it's the red bottle.
The blue
it
bottle,
didn't move.
the green bottle. They all got the same
Now he pours
stuff.
a little of the PA in there.
Yes. Okay. So Natasha was saying this didn't budge. It smells so bad. She's right. One thing they tell you on the back of this yellow bottle, Natasha, you might have saw it. Don't mix chemicals. You can't mix this one with the red one or the blue one because you'll have a chemical reaction. We have an innovative drain cleaning technology. There's no acid in here. There's no ammonia. There's no animal fat. So what does that mean? I can go right over top of those standing chemicals with the acid or the ammonia, and our product gets right through it. Look at that go to work. My goodness, it's so good. It works so good. Look at that innovative cleaning technology right there. Just let the product sit for about 10 minutes. My dad's Professor Amos. He always taught me growing up. He said, son, listen, above all things, get understanding. Work smarter, not harder. So just let the product do the work so you don't have to. And you'll be glad you did.
If you had added a different one on top, it could cause combustion. It's why they tell you not to combine, like you said.
Right.
So you can put this drain cleaner on top of anything else you've tried that's failed.
Thank you.
Or you can use it on its own, and it's working in seconds comparison to what we just saw didn't even budge.
The beauty of it.
What I realized when I saw that,
Look at that.
this looks like a brand new pipe.
I mean, nothing oily, nothing stickies in there left behind to attract a new. I want to do it one more time so I can explain, okay? Watch this. I'm going to put that hose in there. So everything has been broken down by being saponified. It's all been suspended free. It's been suspended free from the inside of the drain line. Now you run hot water. Run hot water for up to 5 minutes, and that drain, look at, just comes back squeaky clean. Inevitably, everything on there and in there comes off of there, passing right through the drain line.
It's incredible. Sometimes it's like, oh, what works faster? This isn't even that. This is just what works and what doesn't. Because it really doesn't work. If you have to keep going back and grabbing the stuff again and again and again, and you're saying, honey, stop shaving over the sink. That's what I say to my husband.
Yeah.
I'm like, stop shaving over the sink because the hair is clogging the drain. Nothing
Well,
that
where are we supposed to shave at?
I don't know, the trash can. I don't know. I haven't figured that part out yet.
Where are we supposed to shave?
This would actually be a better solution for it because they used to put those little guards on there.
Yeah.
What I see here is something that's not only happening immediately, but what is happening in the pipes themselves.
It's so bad.
You told me bugs live in there.
They feed on that.
And they live inside of it, and when you try to use
food source.
something else, or like you pour water, in my mind used to think the bugs would be flushed away.
Oh, no, they hang in there. They're
They crawl
hibernating.
into the house and stay, and that's why they keep crawling up.
So let me iterate what this is,
I
okay?
hate it.
This is known as the dirtiest place in your whole house. It's the inside of the drain line of the kitchen sink. Okay, there's over 500,000 particles of bacteria per square inch in the drain line of the kitchen sink. You gotta eliminate it because it's a food source. The bugs and critters feed on that. You could have an infestation down in the foundation of your drain lines if you're not maintaining or cleaning that out. So this big hunk of oil byproduct right here, I wanna show you this. This represents last week's food. It represents last month's food. It'll even represent last year's food that's hardened and solidified. Remember, when you get this home, 4 to 6 ounces. I just poured out 4 to 6 ounces very slowly over top of that. Don't use the whole bottle because you're gonna get up to 12 applications with this configuration. You'll love that. If you're conscious of your dollars, that's where the value's at. Now, last week's food, again, last month's food, or even last year's food. It doesn't matter how hard, it doesn't matter how solidified, it doesn't matter how long that gunk has been on the inside of the drain line. My goodness, it gets the job done effectively. It turns it into foam.
And when I call a plumber to come and snake something, it's gonna be $150 just for the visit, just to show up.
It's a service call.
A service call, yes.
Service call.
Well, this is the service I want. I want that for 1/5 the price.
Period.
Period. And when I'm looking at the sides of a drain, the sides of the drain, I imagine, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna use the word, I shouldn't use it, but I'm gonna use it. I'm sorry if I'm triggering anyone. The roach. If you've ever seen a roach come out of a drain, you will do anything to stop it.
They're
hiding in the hairs, they're hiding in the clogs, they're hiding in all of the gunk that doesn't get cleaned up. Now you're saying it can go through this?
Take a good look at the inside of your shower drain. You'll see it's a nest of hair in there that's completely choking out the inside of the drain line. The reason being the inside of the drain lines are coated with fats, oils, and greases, very sticky, very oily. So you wash your hair one time, you wash your pets one time, the hair just goes to the inside of the drain line and clings onto the walls. and then it'll start to build and build and build till there's a nest of hair that's completely choking out the drain line. I say that to say this. Take a look right here. This hair in this bowl, I'm gonna put 4 to 6 ounces over top of that hair, and I wanna show you. It's a time-lapse video because it takes 10 minutes. Natasha, 10 minutes, I'm telling you what, pet hair, human hair, fuzz, lint, fur that's building up, hanging on, lingering.
Whoa.
Yeah, 10 minutes. It turns it into foam.
That's the solution. This is how to not only fix the problem, but really prevent the problems ongoing, and knowing you're doing it in the best possible way for your drain. It's gonna cost more to hire the plumber to come over to give you the advice to buy this.
$150 for a service call out all day. Sign me up. Okay, so these drain lines right here represent the bigger lines, the ones that are 6-inch, 8-inch, 10-inch tubes that run from under your house out to the sidewalk. Test tube number 1, I used our Professor Amos. SuperFast. Test tube number 2, I used a consumer product from the store. I just want to point this out real quick. So come on over to the other side. Okay, you see that saponification right there? That's the saponifying action. The test tube number 2, the chemicals go to the lowest point. The acid sits there and it starts to build heats of up to 180 degrees. That's hot. So when things get hot, they expand. Then it starts coming back up on you. It'll come back up into your sink. It'll come back up in the tub. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, huh?
Look at this.
Yeah.
It's a completely different situation. Same gunk, totally different result. We have just about 30 seconds left. If you do want to grab this on auto ship, I recommend it because we sold out before and you do not want to be without it when you need it. The item number you'll find is 084478. You're not just locking in the price for the 2, you're also locking in that free shipping, which we love. So when you do auto ship, you'll get that. We have more Amos, but before we do it, I want to give you a quick today's special reminder on something else.